Hey, we're back. October 8th, 2020. Headed to Colorado. It's like 2:30 in the morning, and we are driving. We've got 15 hours ahead of us, and we're going to go out for Colorado's first rifle elk season. So we've got a tag for that. We've also got a bear tag there. We've got a lot of driving. So that's our game plan for today, is drive until we get there. Took all day, but we finally made it. Got to the first place that I wanted to go into, looked to set up camp, and it is jam-packed. There's 10 trucks at the one parking spot, and there's another 10 at the other, and 3 trailers. So some guys have gone in deep apparently, so this is obviously a very popular trailhead, so we are gonna go look somewhere else. It's time to this is why we're here a little bit early. This is insane. I've never seen so many people. It's just everywhere. You go across the road and they're just stacked up and they're waiting to get in. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. This is insane. There's vehicles lined up along the side of the road. Just crazy. I don't understand what's... This is a huge unit, and I think everybody's here in the same spot. Shoot, man, it's been a long day. Got to the trailhead. Finally found a trailhead that didn't have 5,000 people parked at it. I'm gonna sleep here, just sleep in the truck tonight. It's late, it's dark, and I'm not gonna set up a tent, so I'm just gonna sleep here in the cab for tonight and get my stuff together. In the morning we're gonna hike in a few miles. There's a big burn. If you go all the way to the east from where we're at, it's about 7 miles, and I'm gonna work my way towards that over the next few days. I might go all the way to it tomorrow. I might go all the way to that burn tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see what we find as we work our way up the drainage. Can't hunt tomorrow technically, so I'm just going to hike in. I'm going to take everything with me, a spike camp, and hopefully we can find some elk tomorrow and be able to get on them first thing again Saturday morning. I'm going to take 3 days worth of food. If I'm that far in by myself, I don't think that basically going that far in by myself, I need to be back out by Monday, because if I shoot something after that, it's just too far for me to get out by myself. So I'm gonna go in on Friday, hunt Saturday, Sunday, and possibly Monday, just depending on what we find, what we see. But then for sure have to be out to go somewhere else that's a little bit closer and easier to get to for Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday's the last day of season, and then so that's the game plan for tonight. Sleep in the truck at the trailhead, pack in the morning, and then head up the trail tomorrow morning, and just kind of spend some time working our way up there. Try to find some fresh sign and figure out where these elk are, so Saturday morning we can try to get on them right. Alright, good morning. It's Friday morning. Slept here in the truck last night. Got a little bit chilly, so I feel just a little bit stuffy, but that's alright. I was a little bit stuffy before I came out here. And it's pretty smoky out here, so it's not helping anything. But Some more people showed up at this trailhead. So, I gotta quit saying so. Every one of these clips that I start, I'm like, so this is what. Anyways, alright, enough of that. But just finished eating breakfast, and I was thinking about how many people are out here, and it made me realize why I bow hunt. It's kind of the same deal back home in Missouri, you know. Opening day of gun season, there are people parked everywhere, especially if you're trying to hunt public land. It is insane. And I went over and talked to a couple of these other guys that are getting ready to pack up in here. There's one set of guys with horses, and they are looking to go quite a ways up in there, which is expected. And then the other group, it's 4 guys, and they're packing in on foot, just like, and they kind of had the same game plan I did. I went and talked to them just a little bit. They're gonna go kind of doing the same thing more or less, but there's enough country up in there we can stay out of each other's hair. You know, kind of stay away from each other. I got a spot picked out, I think, that's gonna be off the trail. Go up and then split off the trail and get away from some of this. It doesn't seem like this is gonna be as much pressure on this side as anywhere else I was. Everything else, man, there's so many trucks parked there. So I'm just going to go up this way and try it out. There is somebody else that's already in here, and they're packed in, I guess. They were here last night, so, and nobody's been in the truck, so I guess they're already in there.
Hiking in, it's there's an outfitter doing a drop camp, and then there's a couple other guys that have hiked in just ahead of me. So, but it's less people than anywhere I've been yet, so we're gonna go ahead, and I think there's enough room up in this basin for all of us. There's a lot of country. The outfitter said it's a great spot, that they've had a lot of success up in here, so we're just gonna go try to find an elk. We're about 4.5 miles in. I just passed the guys on the horses, so I don't know if that's where they're making camp or if that's where they're just taking some lunch, but they said they were going about 3 to 4 miles, so I'm gonna guess that's where they're camping. We're gonna go a couple more miles and try to just outdistance ourselves from everybody else. It might be crazy, but at least I'm in good shape. I don't really see any elks on, but this looks like awesome elk country. We're kind of starting to get into the edge of the burn, so we'll go up here a few more miles. I want to try to get up on top of one of these ridges so I can really see, and that's probably where we'll end up, but I want to go all the way to the top of the basin before I do that. That's a pretty cool area. We're like 7 miles in, and we have run out of boot tracks. I've gone past 2 outfitter camps down lower, and I think I've got past everybody, but there's no elk sign in here. I think the elk are all up over the top on the other side of this basin, if I was gonna bet on it. There's a lot of deer tracks on this trail, but I haven't seen any elk tracks. Some guys in them drop camps, they still got a lot of hiking to do to get up in here. But I think we're going up over the top of this, and gonna hunt on the backside. If we shoot something up in here, we'll have probably 2 to 3 full days of packing it out, so, which is fine. That's what we're here for, is to shoot an elk. So 10.5 miles in, and I'm starting to find elk sign. But none of it's super fresh. I'm not thinking that they're here right now, but they've been here recently. And it's gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to find a place to glass from tonight. And I need to find a spot where I can get water. There's not an abundance of that around here at the moment, or at least this year. I've come across a couple of water sources, and they've used it. The elk have, but not. It doesn't look like they've been there in the last 4 or 5 days. So I'm just gonna keep going. There's this big burn up here that I had marked, and that's where I really wanted to get, but it's proven to be even further than I thought it was. Man, that was a big day. 13.75 miles to get up here. Camped above this lake, and I've hardly seen any fresh elk sign the whole way in here, so it's a little bit discouraging. But there's a burn 2 miles further southeast from where I'm at. I'm going to hike over to that tomorrow morning, but I'm going to camp here and fill up with some water, and I guess it's a good campsite, so I think, oh man, I am absolutely exhausted. Between yesterday's drive and then today's hike, I'm ready to go to bed. It's only 6 o'clock, but find a good place to set the tent. Good flat spot. We're in the tent for the night. Turns out there's an outfitter camp like less than 100 yards from where I set my tent up. Never saw it. Ran into them guys when I went to go to get down to get water, and when I was packing my stuff, I forgot my spoon this morning, so I do not have a spoon, so I'm just going to have to eat straight out of the bag, which is super handy. I don't know. These guys are planning to go over to the burn in the morning, and I guess I'm going to do the same thing. Go figure out, see if I can figure out where the elk are hanging out at. As of right now, it doesn't look on onX like it's very open. So maybe it'll look a lot different. Maybe the photos bold, maybe the photos from before the burn, I don't know. So I guess we'll go check it out and see what we can do. That's all we can do.